Again, that's a little weird.
Why?
Because you have a baby sleeping in your bedroom.
Yeah. A baby that I made with my bedroom tricks.
Teacher talk, we are English teachers. Teacher talk, we are speaking in English. Teacher talk, a little bit slowly. Teacher talk, so you can understand us. Teacher talk.
How are you, Teacher Ben?
Pretty good, Teacher Abe. I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful day. I just feel full of life.
Yes. Full of life.
Bursting with life.
Bursting with life.
Do you know water balloons?
I do. I used to play with water balloons when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Balloons that you fill with water and you throw them at each other.
That's right. And they go splash.
Yeah, they're kind of the ultimate weapon in a water fight.
They are, yeah. So some people would use water guns, super soakers.
Squirt, squirt.
Squirt, squirt.
You know what I'd do to you?
What would you do?
I'd squirt you right on your face.
All right.
Boom.
Well, then I'd drop a couple
Squirt.
of bombs on you.
Squirt. I'd blast you right in the eyes.
Yeah, well, I'd make sure to keep my mouth firmly closed because I don't like it in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah. Face is fine. Cheeks, great. Nose. But the mouth, no. So I'm bursting with happiness, like a full water balloon ready to explode.
Wow. What?
Yeah, because it's Friday.
You're saying you're really excited.
Yep.
You're so full of life and happiness.
Oh, I'm just ready to blow.
Ready to burst.
Ugh. I can feel it. Can't you see me? Do I look bigger today?
No.
Like my body?
No, but I can feel the happiness in your voice.
Anyway, welcome to my house this time. We've been recording in different places, and now we are in my world.
We are, and that is why you might hear some heavy breathing. No.
Oh.
Not
mine.
Not yours. Your dog.
My dog.
Yeah. You know what we call that? Heavy breathing, like a dog?
Panting.
That's right. Panting.
Panting. Yeah. It's
might...
kind of a sexy word, panting. Don't you think?
If you say it about humans,
yeah,
it sounds a little bit erotic.
Yeah, a little erotic. And also it sounds like panties a little bit.
Like ladies' underwear,
yeah,
panties?
Like I'm panting for your panties. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
When I take your panties off, you start panting.
Yeah, you start panting.
Weird.
It sounds like an order. Yes. When I take your panties off, you start panting. Okay?
Is that what you tell your wife?
Yeah, I don't need to.
Do you write it down on a whiteboard?
I don't need
a
to.
Teacher?
She doesn't let me.
Step 1.
I don't want to talk about that. So stop it, Abe. You never know my bedroom secrets.
Yeah. Do you have many bedroom secrets?
I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of raunchy secrets. Maybe one day we'll do an XXX episode.
Well, that's a little bit weird.
Rated XXX for hot content.
That's a little bit strange.
Welcome to the panty zone.
Again, that's a little weird.
Why?
Because you have a baby sleeping in your bedroom.
Yeah. A baby that I made with my bedroom tricks. So the proof's in the pudding, as they say.
Is that...
Yeah?
The proof is in the pudding.
Right.
Meaning that the results, the baby, makes it obvious that you have good bedroom tricks.
Well, it's evidence that I have had sex at least once in my life.
The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, it's an interesting expression.
Your baby is proof of your effective bedroom techniques.
Yes,
The proof is in the pudding.
that's right. And he's like a little pudding.
Yeah, and your
Yeah.
baby is the pudding.
My baby is the pudding, and my wife is the oven.
So your baby is the proof about your XXX stuff.
Yeah, my dirty stuff.
You dirty boy, you.
Dirty Ben.
You and your bedroom tricks.
Yep. You know, there's more than one Big Ben in the world. Ding dong.
You're referring to the big clock in London.
That's right. The big clock in London.
I think it's called the Tower. Isn't it Tower Bridge?
That's true. Yeah, actually, Big Ben is the name of only the clock.
The building and the bridge is called Tower Bridge.
That's right.
And the clock is Big Ben.
Right. The actual clock.
In the tower.
In the tower.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes. I'd love to visit Big Ben one day.
Would you?
I've never been to Europe.
Oh, really?
No.
I've only been once.
Right. Oh, only once.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Only
Poor
once.
thing. Poor Abe. Only once to Europe.
Oh.
Oh, he lived a half life, that Abe. Only once to Europe.
Are you jealous?
A little,
You
yeah.
sound a little bit jealous.
I'm jealous. I would love to visit Europe.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to walk on the ground that my ancestors walked on.
You want to visit where your roots are from.
That's right.
Your distant relatives.
Right. Because Australia is a pretty young nation in terms of European settlement.
Same as Canada.
Right.
But I don't care.
I feel like it would just be nice just to see.
I don't care about where my roots come
So
from.
you've been to Europe and you don't even care.
Well,
And
I've-
I haven't been and I do care.
My roots are from Northern Europe.
Ah, me
But-
too.
I've only been to Southern Europe, Malta and Italy.
Right, but you've got Viking blood.
No. If you say Vikings, I
Hmm.
imagine Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland kind of
i.e.
areas.
Northern Europe.
Scandinavia.
Yeah, isn't that Northern Europe?
No, that's Scandinavia. I guess it's part of Europe.
It is, actually. I think Central Europe is France, Italy, Spain, England.
Mm.
Anyway.
My ancestors, my roots, are from England, Ireland, Scotland, and then my mom's side is kind of German.
Oh, some German. Interesting mix. You've covered quite a few countries in Europe there.
Yep, in Northern Europe.
Yeah. Well, no, because you're not from Scandinavia. Whereas me, I am.
Oh,
Yeah,
you really do have Viking blood.
I do. There's some Polish, which that's Eastern Europe.
That's Northern Europe. Yep.
Well, Eastern.
Northeastern.
Northeastern, thank you. And there's some Norwegian. And there's
That's
some,
Viking.
That's Viking shit
That's
right
Scandinavian.
there. Yeah. That's huge swords and
Big canoes.
big canoes, drinking and crushing people. You know, if I was a Viking, I would be very respectful and polite to people. I wouldn't crush. I would help them.
I think, there were some Vikings that were going around in canoes and
Yeah.
fighting in the battles and killing their enemies. They have a violent history.
Right.
Anyway, I think you would be the guy who shines the boat, like
Oh, like cleans the boat.
cleans the boat.
Yeah, well,
And maybe you'd gather some nuts and wild vegetables.
These jobs are just as important, because if your boat looks a mess, then you're an embarrassment. And if you don't have nuts, then what are you going to snack on when you drink your victory beers? So
You don't mind having
a caretaker's role? No, that's an honourable position.
a caretaker's role.
Yeah.
Anyway, So your ancestors are from Poland and Norway.
And Scotland. Scotland, same as you. We share Scottish blood, Abe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So Poland and Norway and Scotland.
Right.
And I'm England, Ireland, Scotland, and Germany area.
Okay.
Maybe close to Poland.
Right. All right.
Maybe.
Scottish brothers.
Being from a very young country, we don't have a really clear identity. I used to feel really proud to be a Canadian. I still do a little bit.
Yeah, well, you have a great country. I love my country too. I think we have a lot to be proud of in our countries. They're prosperous and peaceful.
So prosperous, you mean fairly wealthy?
Yeah.
Most people have a job.
Right. Healthy economy, decent public services.
So good social systems.
Right. Yeah.
Like education. Yeah, I guess that's a lot to be proud of.
Sure.
But because I haven't lived in Canada for a long time, I don't really feel like I'm a part of it.
You feel like you're outside looking in through a window.
Yeah, well, I definitely am not proud about being Scottish.
Oh, come on, lad.
Like, I feel zero connection to Scotland.
Yeah. Me too.
Even though my roots are from there.
Although sometimes you like to wear a dress.
Aye.
Aye.
It's a bloody kilt.
It's a kilt. Yes. Mine's more of an evening dress.
Yeah, the Scottish style checkered or plaid design dresses that men wear.
Yes.
They're called kilts.
A kilt. And underneath the kilt.
You're not supposed to wear underwear, right?
I don't know. It's kind of a joke that Scottish men don't wear underwear.
Like it's a real man doesn't wear underwear.
Yeah. I think they're so hairy that the hair is like underwear.
They have like a nest.
Yeah, a nest.
Big red nest.
So yeah, if you pull up the kilt, it's just like a red...
An egg in a bird's nest.
Right.
But I don't feel any pride or connection to my roots, like the country of my roots, because I'm not from there.
No.
And I think because I've lived outside of Canada for almost 20 years,
Yes.
I think I'm also starting to lose a little bit of my connection or pride about my mother country.
Sure. But you still keep in touch with current news in Canada?
Not really.
No? You don't
It's
read
boring.
the Vancouver newspaper?
American news is so much more entertaining.
Ooh, American news, like a big juicy mango.
That's the problem with Canada. It's very close to America.
Yes.
So that's why we don't have like a really clear identity.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe you don't think so, but I see Canada as having a clear identity.
Maple syrup, ice hockey, friendly, like...
It's the same with Australia. There are a few stereotypes.
Australia is like very isolated.
Sure.
It's an island down there in the weird...
Down
weird
under.
area. Yeah, like... And you have very unique animals and many things that are only in Australia. Canada is like snow, ice, hockey.
Right.
Like, it's not that
Well,
unique.
Same for us. We're like beaches, kangaroos, barbecues.
The thing I'm most proud of about being Canadian is that most people say, oh, Canadians are so friendly. That makes me feel really proud to be a Canadian.
I have had that experience. Most Canadians I've met are very friendly.
That's
Couple of dickheads along the way, but I must have met 1,000. So,
yeah.
2 out of 1,000.
And
Well,
there
well,
are
just trash.
there are
The rest, beautiful people. And you, Abe, you're the best
Aw,
so far.
thanks, buddy.
Another Canadian might come along and steal your crown.
But for now,
But for now, you're the top
I'm in
top Canadian.
I'm in the number 1 spot.
You're in the gold medal slot.
What an honor.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I have to say, Ben, you are definitely
Top
in
10.
the
Give me top 10.
top 10. Nah, you're
Top 12.
number 1. Hey,
Number 1. You heard it here first.
you're definitely my favorite Australian.
Woo, 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 woo. Aussie,
Yeah,
Aussie, Aussie. Number 1.
Ben,
Number
Ben,
1.
Ben,
Number
Ben,
1.
Ben,
Number
Ben,
1.
Ben.
Scorpion.
I feel like I used to have a blindfold over my eyes
Right.
where I thought many things in Canada are the best.
The best syrups.
The best maple syrup for sure.
Yeah. That's true.
That's 100%.
Some
true.
of the best snow.
But the thing that really opened my eyes, that made me realize and start to think more and think for myself, was the healthcare system.
Ah.
Because many people praise the Canadian healthcare system.
Okay.
They think, wow, Canada, amazing. You can go to the hospital and you don't have to pay anything.
What's the catch?
Well, you have to pay so much in taxes
Yes.
for everything. And even if you're a very healthy person, you take care of your body, you don't need to go to the hospital, you have to pay just as much or more than someone who sits on the couch and drinks beer and eats potato chips every single day.
This is one of the arguments against universal healthcare for everybody, I suppose.
Right, universal health care. Means
Yeah.
everyone gets health care exactly evenly.
Sure.
It's a public system, 100% public.
Yes. And there are good points for and against, but it's the same with many other parts of society. There are always some people who do the wrong thing, or that society has to carry a little bit. And
So, yeah, the society has to pay for people who don't take care of their body and smoke and drink and,
Sure.
are very unhealthy. See, and that's fine that we have to pay a little bit,
right.
but if it's completely free, I don't know. I like the system in Japan.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's a very good and balanced system. In Canada, same in Australia, you have to pay for health insurance through your taxes.
Right.
So it's very blurry. It's not clear. You don't really know how much you're paying for health insurance or...
Yeah, well, there's probably a list somewhere that breaks down exactly where your taxes are going.
I prefer to know who is taking what of my money and what it's for.
Right. Well, I suppose if that's what you want, then you have that in Japan for medical. But I think for the medical system, I prefer the Australian style, except one big but.
But
In Australia, dental is not covered. So if you have a dental problem,
so if you have a bad
You
teeth, you have to pay everything by yourself.
Australia made a big mistake not including it. Everything else is fine. If you need $1 million of the finest cancer treatment, no problem. But you need to fix one little hole in your sweet tooth? Well, fuck you.
Really? No help.
Nope.
Wow, just for teeth.
Emergency is covered.
If I take a baseball bat and I smash your right in your stupid Ben face.
Right in the mush.
Then it's covered, meaning you don't have to pay for it.
You'd be surprised. I would be covered to the point where I'm healthy again. But to rebuild my teeth perfectly, cosmetics would not be covered.
Cosmetics meaning like how it looks.
Yes. So practical and cosmetic. So yeah, to look beautiful again. And my teeth are not pretty anyway. Actually, if you smashed me with a baseball bat in my teeth, it wouldn't make much difference. It might be an improvement.
I see your teeth. Eh.
Yeah, not pretty. And I'm missing a whole tooth.
They're not terrible.
They're not terrible.
I give them a 5.5 out of 10.
5.5
No, I tell you what.
twinkle stars out of 10.
I'll be generous. I'll give you a 6. You're only missing one tooth, right?
Yeah, but all my back teeth are metal.
Oh, wow.
Most of them.
You're like a robot.
I can crush cans and cars. Sometimes if a car makes a mistake in front of me, I get out of my car and bite that car. Hung, hung, hung. Ah!
You know what that's called? It's called road rage.
Road rage.
Yeah.
Do you suffer from road rage?
I used to.
You used to?
Yeah, I'm generally not a person who gets angry
Right.
really quickly, or as we call short-tempered.
Right, yeah. You're a very calm dude.
Generally,
Yeah.
yeah.
Chill dude.
But it's also because I was quite young
Yeah.
when I used to drive. I used to get really angry when I was driving.
So you're gripping the wheel really tight, and
Yeah.
would you wind down your window and scream at people?
Not really. It was a long time ago. But I remember like hitting my steering wheel like, fuck.
Hey, you dumb moose!
I don't know why. What driving was something that I used to really get angry doing.
A trigger.
But I haven't driven a car for 13 years.
13 years.
Maybe longer, or 14 years.
Not since the accident.
No, I quit driving when I left Canada for
Right.
the last time. Yeah.
Japan is a pleasure to drive in. People are very polite and considerate, and they drive according to the rules.
So they're better drivers than Australians?
Oh, much better,
Really?
and much more polite.
It's funny because in Western countries, people often make fun of Asian people
Yes.
and say that Asian people are bad drivers.
Well, they can be indecisive.
Like, oh no, go ahead, you go ahead.
You go,
No,
you go, me go,
They're-
I go, and then you both go.
They're-
It's, it's better in some situations
So they're-
if somebody just makes a decision. It's
Right.
safer that way.
Right.
Yes. So you'll get that hesitancy.
Because people are so polite.
Too polite. Too
But
polite.
generally, they're very good drivers.
Yes, because
Yeah.
they stick to the rules.
Yeah, they
Yes.
play by the rules.
Yes,
They
and-
drive following the rules.
And they're not as aggressive.
in countries where you have many cultures mixed together
Yes.
is where you get a lot of problems with traffic.
You know what you find?
What?
Nothing but trouble.
Road rage.
Road rage! Unleash the beast!
Road rage.
Ben not happy.
It means when you get angry easily while driving.
Yeah, so if you
Road
take
rage.
a polite, friendly driver and you put them in
Los Angeles.
in Los Angeles or Melbourne,
Yeah.
you have a bad driver in that context,
Ah,
in
I
that
see.
society.
Just go.
Just go.
I see.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Asian people are not bad drivers. It's all contextual.
It's contextual.
Are you a proud Australian?
I love parts of my country, but I hope in the future we think of ourselves as a planet, a species, not separated by countries and cultures, and we move into space and we become an interplanetary civilization. Just love each other.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I would say I'm a proud Canadian,
Right.
but I'm past the point where I'm blindly proud. Well, Ben, off we go.
Into the sunset. Let me
In-
just untie my horse.
Into the weekend. TGIF.
Hello. By the way, my horse's name is Friday. Friday, away!